Thank you. Commissioner, you will take the honor of again inviting the governor at his time. Let me take this opportunity to invite the DVC. Thank you for hosting us. Karibu.
Thank you very much, the Minister. That is what I'm used to. These other terms you have are a bit difficult for me. My name is Professor Amadalo Musasia. I'm the Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Administration, Finance, and other things. Bwana Governor, all protocol observed. I will not attempt to make a speech. What I'm going to do is to pass the sentiments of the Vice Chancellor to all of you, and particularly to the Governor. He said that I should say, pass my welcome to you all. He has gone to Eldoret. He's dealing with some other aspects of the university. My own personal remarks are that this is your university. You are welcome to it at any one time. Feel free and utilize all the resources that are here. I want to welcome the Talanta Group, Talanta Hela Monetizing Talents, that this is the future of youth. All these things you hear about in education, Madam Agesa, the question of CBC, is all about Talanta. We are saying that if you know how to do something, run away with it. And when you run away with that something, you can monetize it. And that is how you'll be able to make a living out of it. Do not worry where you get those skills. They can be got from the youth polytechnics, they can be got from the polytechnics, they can be got from the university. That is something that is a fact. And there are pathways which you can use to climb to the topmost. So I'm telling the youth who are all conglomerated here that you are on the right path. And we are praying for you that you don't just practice down here, practice to the highest office. If it is music, go away with it. If it is drama, do it. If it is sculpture, do that. And God will be able to bless you. So mine is not a lot. I think I have mentioned that you're welcome here. And I've also mentioned that you have been, the Vice Chancellor has welcomed you again. And so I think I've finished what I wanted to say. Thank you very much. You may come back and...
Thank you. Sasa tunataka tualike kaunti ya Vihiga ambaye ni daktari nani? Nataka kusikia kama mko hai ama mmelala. Aha, sawa sawa. Na kabla ya hayo, we have NSSF and West FM. Nimesikia tu simu zikikuja zikiingia, ati unaonekana kwa TV. Mimi nashindwa TV gani? Kumbe West FM wako hapa, wametuweka kwa TV, tuko kule tunaonekana kule nyumbani. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru sana. You are our good partners. Karibu tena, uendelee na hivyo. Nataka tu tuanze vigelegele na shangwe as we invite His Excellency the Governor. Vigelegele.
Basi vijana oye! Vijana oye! Vijana mupo? Mupo? Asanteni sana. Kwanza nataka kuchukua fursa hii kutoa shukrani kwa Mwenyezi Mungu kwa siku ya leo. Imekuwa siku ya kufana sana sana sana, na nasema pongezi kwa kila mmoja wenu ambaye amehudhuria hii sherehe zetu za talanta ya vijana wetu wa Vihiga County. I want to thank the department for organizing this 4th edition of the Extravaganza. I also want to thank all our partners who have partnered with us and have made this occasion be successful. You have become our partners and we want to work together. Kwa vijana wetu, I want to thank you for coming out in very large numbers to showcase your talents. The process started with auditions at the ward level, and many of you came out in large numbers to show your talents. And from there, we all brought those of you who made the minimum requirement. We brought you to a clinic where you all had to meet together and be able to be given directions on how you are going to participate in this grand celebration or in this grand occasion. I'm well informed that there has been a better improvement in performance, and we have had the adjudicators, the chair is here, that we have had a significant improvement in our performance during this edition, meaning we are moving forward. And as we move forward, we must also innovate and create new ideas. I believe in the coming year, we should do things completely different. So let us think after this extravaganza, what next? And particularly those who have performed and they have done well and we are going to award them. We must think, what do you do with them? We can't just leave them go away and we wait for the 5th extravaganza. So I want the department and our development partners, let us, after we finish here plus the committee that was involved, let us sit down and now figure out how do we promote those we have identified who have the talents, who can move to the next level. How do we support them so that as we move to the 5th edition, we should be able to support those who have done well in this edition. We should also be able to identify some of the partners where they can get mentorship and be able to move forward. So that's my challenge to the department and to the committee and to our development partners. I want to plead with you that let us not end our partnership here. I know we have had a long-term partnership with you, but we want to continue and particularly focus on our youth. As a county, we have made a deliberate decision that in this period, my last period as a governor of this county, I'm going to put more emphasis on youth programs. In my first term, I spent a lot of time building roads, bridges, hospitals, and so on. I've decided that in this last period, and particularly the remaining 3 years, I want to build capacity for our youth so that they can create jobs for themselves. They can be able to handle their own destiny. And we have a lot of programs. I want to assure you, our youth, we have a lot of programs that are scheduled to help you move forward. You have heard from my Minister for Agriculture. We are working in the practical action. I don't know the member. Practical action. We are here training. We aim to train 10,000 youth in Vihiga to learn on how to become entrepreneurship in agriculture. We already have trained, I don't know how many we have trained so far, but our aim is to have 10,000. You have heard from the youth fund. I think we are not doing very well on the youth fund. The money is there. I think what we have is the initiative to go looking for this money. Because I'm aware the money for youth fund is there. The money for youth women fund is there. What we are lacking is for us to come out and be aggressive and get this money. I have felt that probably there is some effort as a government we need to do. And it's for that reason that we have created, through the Youth Act, we have created a youth board, and you have seen your chairman here. Your chairman for youth board, I want you to be very active. Your board should be very active. We are also, through that act, we are also creating a full-fledged youth directorate. Recruitment is ongoing, and by July 1st, we should have a fully fledged directorate of youth, so that the youth you can access to many opportunities. Even in your own government of Vihiga County, the youth and the people living with a disability, we allocate 30% of the tenders that we give out. And we give out tenders every year worth almost 2.5 billion. 30% of that is spared for youth and people living with disability. But the unfortunate thing is that most of that money you don't access. The people who access are actually adults. People who are adults, but they use some of you in their companies that you are actually the company is yours, but it's not yours. So I want through that directorate, which is going to become operational from July, and your board, to make sure that when we are putting out the tenders for next financial year 2025, 24, 25, so that they make sure that first of all you register as a business person with the county. Then next, when we advertise, and we usually say this is for the youth, so that they take all those projects and give them out to the youth. So I hope that is going to improve. We have under agriculture, through the practical action, we have also a new program that is starting. It's called NAV CDP. This is a project that is following the NARIC project. And it's a project we are having funding. As I talk now, we have received funding in the excess of 200 million. And we are targeting mainly the youth. And that's why you have heard my minister say, we want to employ youth, agri-entrepreneurship youth. We want to employ 140. But we must employ those who have passion for agriculture. We want those who have passion. So the application was put online. I hope today is the last day. So I hope you people have applied, and we will be able to get the 140. We will go through training, and after training, we are going to support you. We are building a big industrial park in Rwanda. And this industrial park is going to be a major park where we are going to do a lot of agri-business, processing and value addition. So the opportunities are there. And I want you to take this opportunity. Even under climate change, we have also funding that we have received, again in the tune of 200 million, which we also want the youth groups and so on to come up with programs. Let's say for growing trees, for doing all this rehabilitation of our landscapes, and we shall be able to work with you. So I don't want to go into details. The opportunities are many, but let us work together. Even in ICT, we have a lot of opportunities that I agree with you that we have talked about it for the last 2 years. This time I want to talk about it for the last time. We must, when we have the extravaganza next year, we must have the studio working. I will talk with my good friend Shofko and any others to see how best we can do that. Yeah. Kijana yangu hako hapa, tutazungumza naye, tutazungumza na Dr. Washofko to learn how. But I'm also talking with the Kenya Film Corporation. We already have we have two halls that we have built. We are rehabilitating. There is one at Sabatia, which is almost complete. There is one at Esirabe, which is also complete. At Ivola, we are building a talent center at Ivola. And I think that's where we are likely to put the recording studio. So by next year, I believe this will be working. But as I said earlier, we must not stop from here. We must continue. So kwa hayo mengi nataka niwachia hapo because muda imeenda. And I want to assure you that we are here as your governor. I am ready to work for you, and I'm ready to work with you until you achieve your assignment. Thank you, and God bless you.